What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for being here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Movies, video games, TV shows, comic books. If it's nerdy, if it's geeky, I love to talk about it here. And right now, I want to give you guys a ranking. While quarantine was going on, I binged a lot of movies, binged a lot of franchises, and one of the franchises that I binged was the Police Academy movies. That's right, the Police Academy movies. There has been 7 of them, and I watched them all within the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to rank them. So just so you remember, there's Police Academy 2, their first assignment, Police Academy 3, Back in Training, Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol, Police Academy 5, Assignment Miami Beach, Police Academy 6, City Under Siege, and Police Academy 7, Mission Moscow. Let's rank these bad boys. The worst one is Part 7, Mission Moscow. Horrible movie. This movie was hot garbage. Like, there was a part in the beginning of the movie where a guy's playing with a video game, and he clearly didn't know what it they didn't even double check this stuff for accuracy. There was a battery pack in this thing, and the battery pack wasn't even in it. It was just craziness how bad and how lazy and how sloppy this movie was. Christopher Lee was in it. Ron Perlman was in it, and it's great seeing those guys in anything. And those guys always deliver a performance, even when it's hot garbage like Police Academy 7. Ron Perlman, Christopher Lee, they deliver the performance, but the movie was hot garbage. So there it is. All right, number 6. Number 6 is probably not a popular opinion because it is an early one, and it's a Steve Guttenberg one. But number 6 for me was Police Academy 3, Back in Training. This movie just didn't really make me laugh a whole lot. This is This is a movie that has Mauser in it instead of Harris, and I just didn't care for the Mauser character. I thought that the Harris character was far superior to Mauser as far as a local antagonist, a police academy antagonist goes. Harris was way better than Mauser, and I just didn't care for it. It's like they had to take the step backwards because, well, this is a police academy movie, so we got to figure out some sort of reason for them to be in the police academy, and I just didn't really care for it. There were 2 classes. You know, there was Mauser's police academy class versus Lassard's police academy class. But it just felt like an excuse to bring it back to the academy. So it was nice having Steve Guttenberg in there, but other than that, I just didn't really care for the movie. So Police Academy 3, Back in Training is number 6. Number 5 is Police Academy 6, City Under Siege. And to be honest with you, I've got a soft spot for this movie. I really do. It was very cartoonish. You know, you had the Wilson Heights gang pulling off these cartoonish robberies. You know, you had Steve Guttenberg wasn't in there, so they had to come up with somebody else. Oh, they got this guy, Nick Lassard. It's Commandant Lassard's, was it, nephew? He was in Part 5 also. I had fun with the cartoonish nature of this movie. Now, to be honest with you, I watched this movie when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, Part 5 and 6 were my favorites. A kid watching these on HBO, 5 and 6 are my favorites. For whatever reason, I loved them. And it's probably the cartoonish nature, kind of the outlandish nature of Part 5 and 6. You know, the whole karate scene where I forget his name. I just watched the movies and I forget his name. The guy who makes noises with his mouth, he pretends to be the robot. They're just funny stuff that's ridiculous and cartoonish, but fun. So I do have a soft spot for Part 6. And I have a soft spot for the 4th best, which is Part 5, Assignment Miami Beach. This is the first one that did not have Steve Guttenberg in it, so it was a very Lassard-heavy episode. This was an episode about Commandant Lassard. He's being honored at some big police convention in Miami Beach, so they all have to fly down there, and he gets involved in a diamond heist, and he doesn't even know it because he's completely clueless. But he's involved in this diamond heist, and this is the episode that also introduces us to his nephew, Nick Lassard. It's cartoonish, it's silly, it's completely outlandish, but again, I have a soft spot in it, a soft spot for this movie. And my favorite scene in any Police Academy movie is Tackleberry in the ocean, pointing the gun at the shark. Cease, desist, and leave the swimming area now, mister! I love it. I love it. So that's number 4. Number 3 is Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol. This had Thaddeus Harris come back, replacing Mauser. But this one is the one where they start the COP program, the Citizens on Patrol program, where they get citizens to come in, they train them how to be police officers, and then they put them out in the community, basically as a neighborhood watch. A glorified neighborhood watch is what it is. David Spade is in this as a skateboard punk. Sharon Stone is in this. You know, apparently Police Academy was a gateway for a lot of actors. David Spade, Sharon Stone, Steve Guttenberg, Kim Cattrall. I mean, this was a funny movie. This was a funny movie that had its moments. It wasn't the best of the best, but it definitely had its moments for a Police Academy movie. So that's number 3. Number 3 is part 4, Citizens on Patrol. My second favorite is Police Academy 2, Their First Assignment. And yeah, Police Academy 2, Their First Assignment, it was a natural progression from the first movie, but it was just a funnier movie than any of the others that come next. You know, you had Bobcat Goldthwait as the gang, the leader of the gang, the Scullions, and you know, Steve Guttenberg in his roguish rebel police officer way, he's able to team with his slob partner and track down this gang and bring them to justice, as it were, even though Bobcat Goldthwait becomes a cop in the next movie. You know, this was another Lieutenant Mauser one, which I'm not a fan of Lieutenant Mauser. I love Harris. You know, even the way that they interact with Proctor. You know, Harris reacts with Proctor so much better than Mauser does. So that was a negative, but everything else in this movie was really good. Well, another negative. This is my number 2, and I got 2 negatives now. No Callahan was in this one. This was the only movie that Callahan didn't show up in. But guys, this was a funny movie. This was a funny movie. I loved Guttenberg's partner. The cat crapped in his cereal dish, and he still ate it because he's a slob. It's just a good movie. It was just a good movie. It was funny. And, you know, it's one of the Police Academy movies that I didn't like as much when I was a kid. I like it a lot more now. So it's number 2. And number 1, of course, is the first one, Police Academy. You know, it was a Steve Guttenberg vehicle. It was kind of, you know, he is the star of it, even though later on in the series it became more about Tackleberry and Hightower and Callahan and Hooks and that core group. This one really was about Mahoney. And everybody else was kind of a supporting character to Mahoney's movie. Even Kim Cattrall, who is the romantic interest in this movie, even though, you know, Guttenberg had a different romantic interest in every movie. Cattrall was the romantic interest in this movie, and she did a good job. She was fun to watch, but this really was, like I said, a Steve Guttenberg movie, and it was funny. It was funny. And that's the most important thing about a Police Academy movie, is it's funny and it makes you laugh. By the way, only part 1 and part 2 were rated R. Only part 1 and part 2 were rated R. They went to PG-13 after that, and I think even some of the later ones might have been PG. But guys, Police Academy 1, Police Academy 2, legitimate good comedies. After that, you can kind of use your own judgment based on whether or not you like them, based on where you would rank them. But I believe that anybody would put 1 and 2 as the top 2, just because they are so iconic And yeah, I used iconic for a Police Academy movie, but really, Police Academy 1 and 2 were these iconic movies of the 80s. They spawned a franchise that lasted 7 movies, an animated series, and a TV show spinoff. It was very popular for a time. And that was because of the success of part 1 and 2. So that's my ranking of the Police Academy movies. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for joining me here at the LQ Review. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.